Thanks, Mr. Drudd. Secretary, in relation to Pakistan, we have seen over the last several months serious deterioration in the political situation, repeated instances of excessive force being used against protesters, mass arrests of political opponents, including extremely high-profile political opponents, not least of which the former Prime Minister, reports of at least 2 prominent journalists going missing, and we've seen civilians being tried under military law, contrary to international standards. Have these incidents and developments in Pakistan been raised by the Australian government, either through the High Commission in Pakistan or to the High Commission in Pakistan here in Canberra?
Thank you, Senator. I'll defer to Mr. Cowan.
Senator Gary Cowan, First Assistant Secretary, North and South Asia Division. Yes, Senator, we'd agree that there's been a sustained period of volatility in Pakistan, especially since the dismissal of Imran Khan's government last year in April, and tensions rose significantly after his arrest on the 9th of May. And as you note, there's been mass protests and, I guess, reactions from the security forces. Mr. Khan was released on the 11th of May, and there are some ongoing cases in that regard. We've been closely monitoring the situation, including for consular and security implications for Australians in Pakistan. We've been making clear that we support a Pakistan that's peaceful, prosperous, democratic and adheres to the rule of law. We've been calling on parties to adhere to the rule of law and respect and promote human rights. We've been engaging with Pakistan's authorities mainly through our High Commission in Islamabad. In the period since the 9th of May, we've had 5 meetings with government representatives in that time. And also our High Commissioner met Imran Khan on the 31st of May, so that was yesterday. We've registered our interest in the case and in broader events and their handling.
And I appreciate that, Ms. Khan, particularly the meeting yesterday. Has the Australian government raised with the government of Pakistan concerns about the attempted assassination of Mr. Khan?
Senator, I don't have information specifically on those, the words you've put there, but we have certainly raised the general issues I've mentioned. We've particularly also pointed to the case of Mr. Imran Khan. We've signalled that interest by calling on different elements of, members of the government, both state and central, and also through the meeting with Imran Khan himself. I should say that, we have, very regularly raised human rights issues across the board with Pakistan, whether that's here through their High Commission, through our High Commission in Islamabad, and also through our regular senior officials talks, which I took part in earlier this year.
Has the government considered using targeted Magnitsky sanctions against individuals within the Pakistani government who are perpetrating these violations of human rights and gross breaches of international law?
Senator, as I think you've heard from other colleagues earlier today, we don't kind of comment on sanctions actions that may or may not be in contemplation ahead of time.
Thanks, Ms. Cowan.